Fets YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Let's cook with me from start to finish. Oh my darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen for yet another amazing recipe. Let's start cooking. So over here I've got my chicken legs and thighs. I'm gonna season with a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, a little bit of paprika, some curry powder, all-purpose seasoning. Make sure to check down below for all of the ingredients that I listed, okay? And then once all my seasonings have been added to the bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a good mix, okay? Mix it in well, and then you want to let it marinate for a bit while we work on some lentils. Okay? So this is how it's looking. Set that to one side, and in a clean pot I like to go in with about half a cup of lentils. I'm using a mix of green and brown lentils. You don't have to mix it. I usually just mix mine just for preference. Give it a good wash, and then you want to add it on the fire. Add a bit of thyme to it, and then you want to just cover it up. And then over here I've got my pan because we're going to go ahead and stew up that chicken. Add your oil. You want to add in some sugar. Cover it up, of course. I'm going to let the smoke and everything stay inside the pan because honestly every time I'm making this, sometimes my smoke alarm goes off, so I like to just cover it up, let it start to caramelize. Now I don't always do this, it's just another way to prevent the smoking and all that stuff. Okay, once it gets to this nice dark caramelized color, go ahead and just open it up, and then you want to just add in your seasoned chicken. Okay, so just spread it out so that you know all of it is coated beautifully in the sauce. And then because I didn't have any fresh green seasoning today, I actually added 3 frozen cubes of my green seasoning, and I just put it in there like that from frozen. Cover it up for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then after that time it's pretty much melted. It's thawed out already, or if you want you can always just do it in the microwave, but to prevent that you can just put it from frozen directly into the pan. Okay, right now I'm just going ahead and just flipping the chicken pieces, just to make sure that both sides are coated in that beautiful burnt sugar. And you want to cover it up again for another 5 minutes before going in with your order ingredients. So after 5 minutes, this is how it's looking. The chicken has already taken on that beautiful color, and I'm very happy with that. So this is where I just like to go in with some tomato puree. Usually I'd use ketchup, but I find that the tomato puree gives it so much of a deeper flavor, so I just prefer this at the moment. And I went in with about 1.5 cups of water to the same bowl that the chicken was seasoning. Add in some fresh oregano. I added in some Scotch bonnet pepper. Also added in 2 slices of fresh ginger, and then I cover that up. I'm gonna let that cook for about 30 to 40 minutes, but yeah, got a beautiful boil going on. Don't really want to do anything much to it. Cover it, put it on a low to medium heat, and then about 40 minutes this will be ready. Okay, so over here we're gonna work on some coleslaw. This is just my carrots and my cabbage. I like to just go ahead and just peel everything, and then once I just empty out all the peels, give it a good wash with some cold water and some vinegar. And this is just my own way of cleaning it. I know a lot of you probably don't like vinegar, but once you rinse it out, everything is just perfectly fine. So this is how I love to clean my veg: cold water and vinegar always. Okay, so once I've done that, I like to just go ahead and grate it, use my peeler, and then I'll just go ahead and just shred everything. Guys, you guys have seen me make coleslaw so many times, but I just thought let me just to show you how I make it. Okay, once everything is already peeled and mixed in, I like to just mix it with my hands. Use clean hands, of course. Make sure to wash your hands always. I go in with a little bit of black pepper. I go in with some mayo, a little bit of honey. Then I just like to give that a really good mix until everything is fully combined. Now I have many ways of making my coleslaw. Sometimes I add sweet corn, purple cabbage, lettuce, all different things. But the reality is you can make this in so many different ways. Okay, but yeah, coleslaw is ready. I like to just set it to one side, pop it in the fridge if you must, and then we're gonna go ahead and check on our lentils. It's been going for about 20 minutes to 25 minutes. I did give it a good mix before going in with 1 Scotch bonnet pepper, I have some frozen coconut milk because usually whenever I open the can and I don't use all of it, I like to just freeze the leftovers so there's no wastage. And then I go in with 1 cube of my frozen green seasoning, a little all-purpose seasoning, and then I let that boil for about 10 minutes or so. Whilst it's boiling, this is where I like to go in with my rice, using some jasmine rice. I like to go ahead and just wash that really well. And then once the coconut is all melted and fully boiled, go in with my rice. Give that a good mix, of course, and then you just want to let it steam. I like to put a piece of foil on the lid just to allow it to steam and everything, and just put the lid on. Okay, so give this about 10 to 15 minutes. Come back and fluff it up at about the 10-minute mark. And yes, darlings, this is how we make that coconut rice and lentils. So good, so tasty. At this point, my chicken is cooked. It's been going for about 45 minutes or so. And yes, darlings, this is how it's looking. We got a beautiful rich gravy going on. I did top it off with a bit of parsley. Honestly, I love me some stew chicken. To me, this is just a classic. You can never go wrong. I make stew chicken at least once a week and the kids are absolutely in love. At the 10-minute mark, I also went in to fluff up my lentils and rice, and everything is looking so good. Just use a fork and just go ahead and fluff it up. You can go ahead and just remove all of the thyme stalks at the moment because it's already served its purpose. And yes, darlings, cover it for another 5 minutes or so, and then it is perfectly ready. This is pretty much dinner all done. I literally cooked this within an hour, and it's just absolutely delicious and so good. Now, I removed the Scotch bonnet pepper from the rice, of course, because it's already done its purpose. This is everything fully cooked. I did have an avocado on the side. Absolutely gorgeous. There you have it. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Mum.